Joining us is a very special guest, Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister, Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri. Sir, welcome to Sunset TV and thank you so much for joining us. First, thoughts on budget, of course. Fiscal incentive, structural reforms, and focus on the priority sectors. Your big takeaways from today's budget.
All of what you have said is true. I think the message that comes out of this budget is that 10 years after it has been in office, it is starting the next 5 years on a solid basis and designed for fiscal consolidation and intended to move the economy from the current 5th position in the world to about 2027 to be the 3rd largest economy, as the IMF has said in a report a day or so ago. I want to do some context setting. This is the second time in this calendar year that we have had a budget. On the 1st or 2nd February, there was an interim budget. That interim budget had already laid the basis. For instance, the capital expenditure was already indicated there at 11.1 lakh crores. That's what it remains. But this budget has gone much further in terms of, it's not the budget for the full year, there will be 5 months or so left. But something very interesting has happened. On all the areas, for instance, the Andatas, for Mahilaएं, for the Garib, and for the youth, there are some very solid takeaways. For instance, for rural development, I see an outlay of 2.66 lakh crores. Then, coming to women, Madam, from the last few months, we have moved from a process of women-centered development to women-led development. Now, this budget provides the evidence that we are willing to walk the talk. And I think 3 lakh crores has been put in the budget for giving shape and force to women-led development. Equally, if you look at youth, there's a program for next 5 years to produce 4.1 crore jobs. 4.1 crore jobs over a 5-year period. Also, another innovative scheme here, or a very innovative scheme here, is that the 500 top companies in India will be providing internships to our youth, to 1 crore youth. And they'll be paid a stipend or a internship stipend of 5,000 rupees a month, apart from this thing. Then the companies will be able to finance this partly from their corporate social responsibility budget, CSR budget. So Mudra loans have gone up from, limit has been raised from 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. So no matter which way you look at it, it's a very positive, confidence-inspiring, growth-oriented budget. It seeks to increase productivity. It lays an emphasis on skilling and youth, jobs for youth. So all in all, I think that's why the reactions have been so positive.
Well, absolutely, sir. And talking about your sector particularly, there's an announcement on E&P. There's talk about energy transition for hard-to-abate sectors. How do you look at this budget from the prism of energy security of India?
You know, Modi ji had already started on a energy transition. I mean, Modi ji's trilemma, I call it the gospel, has been that we have to ensure energy availability, energy affordability, energy transition. On transition, clearly, certain steps have come in. The Honorable Finance Minister announced that she will be working in the direction of and announcing an energy transition. Transition means moving at the end of the day from fossil fuels to green, to biofuels and green hydrogen. But, the government has already made some very significant contributions. We've gone on biofuels from 1.4% blending in 2014 to 15% blending last month, and we are going in the direction of 20% blending, which was a target by 2030. We're going to do it by 2025. So it's all a very positive and encouraging scenario.
Sir, before we wrap up this conversation, you understand global dynamics better than most of us do. Talking about the global uncertainties, do you think the budget has set the pace for robust macroeconomic growth of India going ahead?
Absolutely. I think the Honorable Finance Minister put it very well. She said that the global economy is faced with uncertainties. She put it very mildly. Fact of the matter is there is geopolitical tension in many parts of the world. On the Ukraine-Russia front, in West Asia, attacks by the Houthis, attacks on the Houthis, the Red Sea problem. But more than that, many of the economies, including in Western Europe, are either in recession or flirting with recession. So India has to be strong in navigating that. And I can't think of a better way of doing it, as the Prime Minister has demonstrated, that we are doing it through fiscal consolidation so that India can stand firm and strong with robust macroeconomic, and overall you inspire confidence amongst the others.
Well, absolutely. On that sanguine note, thank you so much for talking to us, sir.